Good evening, and welcome back to Mo's motherfucking channel. Today, I think, is May 28th. I don't know, one of them fucking days. May is going, the year is going. Pretty soon, it will be 2075, and we are going to have aliens ruling us, which is cool. I'm an alien. I'm from Mars, motherfucker. I've been here observing you little bitch motherfucking earthlings. And I've been sending reports back to my superiors on Mars. And now we're gonna invade you bitches. How do you feel, motherfucking earthlings? Martians are gonna invade you. Covd. Last March, around, I think it was March 16th, the world shut down. Americans were imprisoned in their own homes. Americans were controlled like fucking sheep. You can't go out. You can't go to work. You can't run your business. You can't do this. You can't do this. The land of the free became the land of the imprisoned. Whoever would have fucking thought that all of America could be placed under house arrest? Here's the funny thing. You stupid motherfuckers did it willingly. Government said, lock down. You said, okay, Mr. Government, I gonna go lock down. I go my house and shut door and shut window and hide under my bed because COVID going to come and get me. They told us. Some motherfucker in China, Wuhan, went to the wet market. And I guess they got bit by a bat. And after they got bit by a bat, they got coronavirus. And they gave it to another and another and another and another. And pretty soon all of Wuhan had coronavirus. And Wuhan was shut down. And then the Chinese went to Europe, and the Chinese went to America, and the Chinese went to South America, and all of a sudden, coronavirus was all over the world. And then Africa was going to be decimated. There were going to be bodies lying all over the streets in Africa. And there's going to be famine and drought. What is it? Over 500,000 Americans died. Over 3 million people worldwide died. Most of them, white. Let me say that again. Most of them, white. Not black, not Mexican. Most of them, white. And this virus discriminates against black people. Most of the people that died were white. And now they say, there's a possibility this virus originated from a lab. And now Biden says, I have instructed the intelligence agencies to conduct a thorough review and let us know. There's a time last year people like Mike Pompeo, people like Donald Trump were saying this virus came from a lab in China. This virus was manufactured. This virus was not a naturally occurring virus. What do they say? You're an idiot, Trump. You're an idiot, Pompeo. We are the scientists. We know everything. Talk about it? Oh no, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're spreading misinformation. So YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of these social media platforms that were designed for the specific purpose of circumventing any control that the mainstream media may impose on information, what do they do? If you speak against coronavirus, we will not air your information. If you speak against coronavirus, we will ban you. If you say coronavirus came from a lab, we will ban you. We will not let you say that. In the beginning, what do they say? Don't wear a mask. A mask can't protect you. Then what do they say after that? Wear a mask. The experts, the scientists. Oh, we listen to the science. Isn't that what Biden said? The Democrats, we listen to the science. CNN, we listen to the science. Hydroxychloroquine. There were several studies that were conducted that showed that hydroxychloroquine could be effective in combating the symptoms of the virus. You were not allowed to talk about it. This woman, white woman in Fox News, I think her name is Laura Ingraham, she was called a fool, an idiot, for even uttering that thought. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, as enshrined or supposedly enshrined in the Bill of Rights. What happened to that? You cannot question anything that came from the experts who knew it all, the scientists. Do they even know what the fuck science is? Do they even understand the scientific method? In science, nothing is certain. Because in science, you are constantly investigating, trying to understand, to come to the truth. So a true scientist would have said, we don't know everything, but let us explore all avenues. These scientists, these doctors, these medical professionals acted like they know every fucking thing, and they could do no wrong, and they could not be wrong. Over 100,000 small to mid-sized businesses in this country, businesses that were started by Americans who made sacrifices day and night to start and build and grow their business will never come back. Over 30 million Americans lost their jobs because of science. And now these same scientists are saying, well, maybe it came from the Wuhan lab. Dr. Fauci, the esteemed Dr. Fauci, who was funding research into coronaviruses with money from the US government as far back as 2015. And he didn't know what was going on in that lab. They shut down the fucking world, destroyed lives, confused people. I'm starting to ask myself. Was there an ulterior motive? Did the powers that be want to test you, Americans, to see, are they yet the docile sheep that we need to control and manipulate? When that virus hit and they were talking about locking shit down, I went out there and I made sure I found me an essential job, because I have been in jail and I did not like being in jail. Not prison, but jail. LA County Jail. I did not like being in jail, because you're a fucking animal in a cage when you're in jail. So I said, fuck being locked down in my own fucking home. I was out every fucking day, every fucking night. You ain't gonna lock me down, bitch. What crime have I committed? None. So fuck you, government. Fuck you. NIH. Fuck you, experts. Fuck you, scientists. Because as it's now clear, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But Americans, the freedom-loving Americans, who will fight for their rights, who will stand up for their rights. What the fuck did you goddamn idiots do? Government said, go home and stay home. And what did you do? Okay, I go home. Government said I go home. I go home. And I lock door. Because government said coronavirus, bad virus, is going to come get me and kill me. So I lock door and I go home. And government said I have to put on mask. So I put on mask. When I take shower, I have mask on. When I take shower, when I take shit, I have mask on. When I go sleep, daddy pie, I have mask on. When I eat my food, I have mask on. When I drink water or wine or beer or whatever, I have mask on. When I drive my car and nobody else around me, I have mask on. When I go running, I have mask on. You are the dumbest shit motherfuckers I ever seen. The dumbest. You are fucking sheep. Let me tell you what I think happened. Let me tell you what I think happened. I think the government decided to find out just how obedient their little sheep are. And so they said, go home, little sheep, and stay home. Put on mask wherever you go, little sheep. And what did you little fucking sheep do? Meh, meh, I go home. Ooh, I go home. I hide. Virus not get me, I hide. Did you even look at the statistics? The mortality rate of Covd-19 is roughly equivalent to the mortality rate of the flu. The vast, overwhelming majority of people that died were elderly, people that were obese, out of shape, people that had pre-existing conditions. I know many people that got that shit and they still fucking alive because they were not elderly, they were not fat, and they did not have pre-existing conditions. But the coronavirus is gonna get you, it's gonna mutate. You are some fucking sheep. Americans, you are fucking sheep. Weak motherfucking sheep. Yeah, they like to pride themselves on, I have a PhD, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a millionaire, I drive a Mercedes-Benz, I shop at Macy's, a Saks Fifth Avenue. Yeah, you're a dumb fucking rich sheep. That's all the fuck you are. A dumb shit fucking rich sheep. An educated piece of shit sheep. They got all these niggas. Oh, niggas are the most vigilant about this shit. Despite the fact that more white people have died of this shit than niggas worldwide. All they had to do is tell these dumb niggas, this virus is racist. A racist virus. God damn, a fucking racist virus. No fucking way. We have to fight this racist virus. I bet if you told niggas snakes are racist, they'd go out there and kill all the snakes. I mean, honestly. That's how dumb niggas have become. You niggas are still in a fucking white man's plantation. The white man tells you what the fuck to do, what to think, how to behave. The white man told you wear your pants sagging. What do? You wear your pants sagging. The white man told you go out there and have baby mamas. What do? You go out there and have baby mamas. You say, oh, hold on, white man didn't tell us that. I heard that in a rap song. Really? Who the fuck do you think controls the rap industry? Who the fuck do you think controls the music industry, the movie industry, the television industry? It's white people. I know. In LA, I knew people that were in the music business. Producers, artists. I'm not gonna name names, but they're big names. If I said them, you know them. But I ain't gonna name names because I don't want to put anyone on the spot. And they'll tell you that at some point you have to put out what you're told to put out. If you're gonna put out quality, you ain't gonna sell because they won't push you. So you have to put out garbage. That's why hip-hop is nothing but garbage now. And through that garbage, they have conditioned and programmed your stupid nigger minds. And you don't even know it. You think you're independent. Really? You ain't never fought for your freedom. Oh, but civil rights were marching. You did not fight for your freedom. They gave you concessions. And you were so happy that the white man acknowledged you that you said, yes, massa, give me the little crumb. Give me the little crumb. I'm so happy, massa, give me a crumb. I could eat a little crumb. Well, massa's over there at the table with a whole loaf. And you're happy to have some little fucking crumbs. You pathetic ass niggas. You will never be free. You will never be free until you fight and earn your freedom. Being out there marching Black Lives Matter with white people, that is not shit. And it is really not Black Lives Matter, it is Gay Lives Matter. That organization was started by some lesbian women. And their whole objective agenda was to queer the civil rights movement, to soften it. Because the white man is scared of a strong black man. But the white man is not scared of some homosexual black man. That is not a threat to them. So they eliminate the threat by turning all of you into homos. That's the agenda. And it's working goddamn fucking well. This is what Americans must demand right now. Fuck a January 6th commission. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. We need a coronavirus commission. Independent commission. And we need this commission to go back to the very roots and determine where did this virus come from. Trump was not wrong by calling it the China virus because it originated in China and was probably manufactured by the Chinese and intentionally released. Who knows? But we need this commission to go back there and find out. Did the Chinese manufacture this virus? Did they have adequate safety protocols to ensure the virus did not escape the lab? Were they aware when the virus escaped the lab? What did they do about it? What information did they or are they still hiding from the West and the world? And most importantly, was this a biological weapon created by the Chinese and released by the Chinese for the specific purpose of killing white people? Because this virus has killed more white people than any other fucking race. So white people, you should be concerned. Were the Chinese trying to wipe you the fuck off the planet? You should be the most upset. You got these niggas all hyped up. Yeah, racist virus, This is a white people virus. And you white people need to ask yourself, were the Chinese trying to wipe us the fuck out? Conspiracy theories. Oh, before I forget the commission. Then the commission needs to determine, was it necessary for the government to lock the fucking economy down? Was it necessary for Americans to be placed under house arrest? Was it necessary for so many restaurants, hotels, travel, transportation, entities, airlines, bus companies, and all that, was it necessary for them to hurt financially, economically, the way they did? The commission should also investigate were therapeutics such as hydroxychloroquine, could they have actually been effective? And were the studies conducted sufficient to effectively establish such efficacy? And if the studies were not conducted as they should have been, why? Who stopped it? Who stood in the way? They also need to study this vaccine or these vaccines, because I'm afraid as shit to get vaccinated. Given that we now know the government likely lied to us, who the fuck knows what is in that goddamn vaccine? And who the hell knows what kind of symptoms you vaccinated people are going to get 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now? Conspiracy theories. Area 51, UFOs, and now it's coming to light that UFOs are real. How many other conspiracy theories are actually fact? Trump spoke of the deep state. The deep state. They said, you're crazy, you're a lunatic. Trump will never, ever step in office again. I know these Republicans are hopeful. I'm letting you know, Trump will never, ever step in office again. He will not even make it past the GOP primary. I guarantee you that. Because Trump is a very dangerous man. Not in the sense that he'll get people killed, but his mouth could expose who really runs your fucking government. Conspiracy theories. Is the Federal Reserve a legal entity? Is the IRS a legal entity? Are Americans legally obligated to pay income taxes? Because if you go back to 1913, when the IRS Act and the Federal Reserve Act were passed as amendments to the Constitution, well, every constitutional amendment by law mandates that it is approved by 2/3 of all state legislatures. So we got 50 states, 2/3 of 50 is what? About 33, 34. So if I wanted to pass a constitutional amendment that says everyone must grow a beard, I need 34 state legislatures to approve that. Otherwise, it does not become law. So the question is, did 2/3 of the state legislatures at that time, 1913, did 2/3 of the state legislatures approve the IRS Act of 1913 and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913? The answer is no. Which means that technically, legally, the Fed should not exist the IRS should not exist. Conspiracy theories. When you say these things, they look at you like you're a nutcase. They talk to you or about you like you're insane. Global warming. Isn't that what it started off as? Global warming. Now it's called climate change. Why is that? Could it be that the Earth's temperature is not increasing anymore? And if I claim there's global warming because the Earth's temperature is increasing every year, then all of a sudden the Earth's temperature is not increasing every year, then is it really global warming? Now it's climate change. But hold on. There's a problem. And there's a problem. Because throughout the history of this rock that we live on, the climate has always changed. Maybe every 1,000 years, every 5,000, every 10,000, the climate is constantly changing. Because what are the factors that influence the climate? The sun, the radiation from the sun, various attributes of the ecosystems. But there's a problem. I mean, if we go back 10,000 years ago and the climate changed, but humanity was not as industrialized, putting out as much carbon dioxide, then there's a problem. Because if the climate changed 10,000 years ago and we weren't using fossil fuels, then was it increased levels of carbon dioxide that were causing climate change? Was it human activity that was causing climate change? Big problem. Big problem. But you're educated. I went to high school. I went to college. I got my PhD in literature. I got my PhD in philosophy. I got my PhD in history. I'm a university professor. I'm a tenured university professor. I've written 15 books on wine. But I'm a scientist now. So yes, global warming is a fact, and it is caused by carbon dioxide, and it is the human beings that are putting out that carbon dioxide, and so we have to cut down industrial activity of human beings and go back to the Stone Age where we live like goddamn motherfucking Fred Flintstone, you stupid shit motherfuckers. You stupid fucking sheep. And you think you know it all. You think you're so fucking intelligent. But you are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. A good sheep. A good sheep does what it's told to do. Television commercial comes on and they tell the sheep, you gotta wear this kind of shirt. What does the sheep do? Goes out there and gets this kind of shirt and walks around with this kind of shirt and tells everyone, look at my shirt. Television told me to wear this shirt, so I'm wearing this shirt. You gotta embrace the homosexual in you. You gotta embrace the woman in you. Nigga, Ain't no fucking bitch in me. Ain't no fucking homosexual in me. There's nothing but man in me. Nothing but nigga in me. Nothing but testosterone runs through these veins, my nigga. So I ain't embracing no fucking woman in me or no homo in me, because that shit don't exist. Oh, human sexuality is a continuum. There is no heterosexual or homosexual. There's a constant flux. One day you like men, one day you like women, the next day you like sheep, the next day you love trees. So go out there and fuck as many trees as you can, because you love trees and trees love you too. Go fuck a sheep, a dog, a rat, a cow. We live in a continuum. Bitch, God created Adam and Eve. God created man and woman. Man for woman, woman for man. Ain't no fucking continuum. You just confused as fucking shit. And now, you can't speak your mind. You gotta conform, go along. Everyone likes homos, I gotta like homos. Everyone believes the scientist and coronavirus, I gotta believe the scientist and coronavirus. Everyone believes global warming, I gotta believe global warming. Conformist sheep. You can't speak your mind. Political correctness. Now you're gonna tell a white man, you gotta like black people. You're gonna tell a black man, you gotta like Mexicans. You're gonna tell a Mexican, you gotta like Asians. You're gonna tell an Asian, you gotta like Mexicans. Why? God gave me freedom of choice. So if God told me I could like what I want to like and not like what I don't want to like, that means if I don't want to like white people, I don't have to like white people. If I don't want to like Asians, I don't have to like Asians. If I don't want to like Mexicans, I don't have to like Mexicans. If I don't want to like homosexuals, I do not have to fucking like them. The alt-right has every fucking right to say what the fuck they want to say. If they want to hate black people, hate black people. If they want to hate immigrants, hate immigrants. Just like I have the right. Every fucking person has a right to like who they want, to believe as they choose to believe. If you want to worship the devil, worship the devil. Baphomet. Worship the goat head. I choose to worship God. But I cannot come to you and say, you have to worship God. It is your choice. You can't come to me and say, I have to worship the devil. It is my choice. We're human beings. We're not fucking sheep. So why do you let these fucking governments, these special interests control you? We have come to that bridge as humanity. We have come to that bridge. And we're about to cross that bridge. What is on the other side of that bridge, of that riverbank, is imprisonment. That's where we're moving. All the rights that have been guaranteed to you in the Constitution, bit by fucking bit, will be taken away. You think I'm bullshitting? They just did an excellent sociological experiment. How can we lock all Americans up willingly? Now they know how. Now they know how. How can we deny Americans their freedoms? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly. Now they know how. The problem is this, my friend. Amigo. Amigo. This is a problem. There are thinking men and women out there. They're black, they're white, they're Asian, they're Latino. They're tall, they're short, they're fat, they're skinny, they're dumb, they're intelligent, they're educated, uneducated, blue collar, white collar. Thinking men and women who can discern from the information that is fed to them and sift out the garbage and maintain that kernel of truth, of knowledge upon which they assess and digest and then make informed decisions. The problem is this: we are now in the minority. As the past year has proven without a scintilla of fucking doubt, the vast majority of Americans are dumb as fucking shit, do not think for themselves, cannot act for themselves, and are fucking sheep. And I'm gonna tell you this, those of you out there who use this thing in your skull, if we do not start to stand up, we are going to be imprisoned. We are going to lose all our fucking rights. If you are a Muslim, a Hebrew, a Christian, and your religion speaks against homosexuality, because all these religions speak against homosexuality, and you go out there and you encounter a homosexual and you're a Christian and you try to speak to them about what's in the Bible, and you try to speak to them and help them overcome this demon that has possessed them and causes them to live the way that they do, you'll be charged with a hate crime. You didn't go out there and say, oh, fuck homosexuality. No, you just said, let me talk to you, my brother. Let me see if I could impart some wisdom, knowledge into you, such that you may make a better decision about your life. Hate crime. Pretty soon, if a preacher stands up on the pulpit, if an imam stands up on a pulpit, if a rabbi stands up on a pulpit and says God said homosexuality is wrong, guess what? You will lose your 501c status. That preacher, rabbi, or imam will be arrested. That church, mosque, or synagogue will be shut down. So much for freedom of religion. They're trying to pass a law now. That law stipulates that if a 5-year-old girl, 8-year-old girl, wakes up one day and says, I want to be a boy, She could have her sex changed at that age. The same for a boy who wakes up and thinks, I want to be a girl. He could have his sex changed at that age without parental consent. Yet, if a minor wants to get an abortion, they must get consent of their parents. Listen, people, we don't have much time. I'm talking to white people, Asian people, black people, Latino people who can think. If we want to save humanity, we must act now. We must stand up and speak out. We must speak out against homosexuality, against this transsexual bullshit, against child molestation and rape. We must question the government. If the government says this, we must say, show us the proof, the backing for your claim. Otherwise, fuck you, government, because you know what? We, the people, establish this government to work for us. It's your choice, people. Don't worry about the fucking sheep. They're caught up on Facebook, texting. If it's a little shit men, they live in delusion world. Most of these men live in fantasy world. They are completely out of touch with reality. With their little video games. Fuck them. If we focus on them, we are all going to be in cages with them. But if you have a mind, and if you could think for yourself, now is the time to start speaking out. Now is the time to let it be known that no, motherfucker, you're not going to take away my freedom of religion, my freedom of speech, my freedom of assembly. You are not going to force on me your dictates. Time is now. What choice do you make? Thinking man, thinking woman? What choice do you make? To be a slave or to be a free man? My ancestors were slaves. I ain't trying to be no goddamn fucking slave. So fuck you, government. Fuck you, conformist little shit sheep motherfucker. Fuck you, non-thinking motherfuckers. Fuck you, Facebook, Instagram, video game playing, pretentious, fake, out of touch with reality motherfuckers, deluded, hallucinogenic pieces of shit. You go to your hell. I'm gonna fight for my fucking freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. God bless, and good motherfucking night, bitches.